Hello, everybody. It's Mark Johnson here, and I'm changing things up just a little bit. I've decided that I'm going to record these on Thursday right around noon. I get the information sometime around 10 o'clock on Thursdays, and I'm just going to plan to shoot you this video on Thursdays, like I say, right around noon. If you want the links to my YouTube channel where this is located, sign up for my newsletter. It'll have the same slides. You can share that with your friends, family, and clients. What I wanted to just talk about is the roller coaster ride that we've had since Jerome Powell and the Feds spoke last Wednesday, and where they raised interest rates, their rates by 0.25%. Now, generally, that is good news for interest rates, and it was good news for interest rates. I'm going to take you very quickly into the bond market here and show you kind of, I'll just start with this. Rates went up last week. Not a lot. It went from 6.9% to 6.12%. So it's not a lot, but it is showing that interest rates are just volatile right now. And so let me take you to the bond market so you can see what's happening with interest rates here. If you look very carefully right here, you can see that we're in this narrow trading range. And I want to talk about the difference between the 10-year treasuries and the bond market. But you can see that right now, interest rates, have just kind of, when the Federal Reserve spoke, we saw bonds go up, and then they've kind of, hit this floor or ceiling right there. So let me just kind of take you back into the bond market now. So when this goes, this is a 10-year treasury. When it goes down, you're going to see right here, this was last week, and then Friday, and then boom, we're looking at the 10-year, the bond market has just kind of fallen through. When bonds go down, rates go up. So here you'll see that rates went up during this time because there's still a lot of fear in the market about what's going on. And so what happened was on Monday, Federal Reserve Chairman Powell basically kind of tanked stocks a little bit. He said that we probably need to have interest rates go higher. And I think the market was hoping, and I was hoping, that maybe 0.25% here, hopefully that would be the last one. Maybe they might have another 0.25% when they meet again in March. But it looks like for sure we're going to have another 0.25%. We could even have another 0.25%, in their April meeting as well. So let's just take a second here, if you will, and let's look at just kind of what we're seeing here in our interest rates here. So when you take this into, I want to just blow this up a little bit. So here's when Federal Reserve met last Wednesday. Here's Thursday. Here's Friday. Then we saw Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. So we are in this narrow band of trading, and this is the bond market. Now, the difference between the bond market and the 10-year treasury is this. The 10-year treasury is what the Treasury Department has their rates at. And so they're keeping rates somewhere in the 3.5% to 4.5% range. They want to go up to 5%, maybe even 5.25%. Whereas the bond market, where we get our money for interest rates, is different. And so as bonds go down, interest rates go up. And the reason why is that, it's cheaper, and to attract more money, it's going to cost more. And so we pass the cost over to the consumer, who is you, in the form of interest rates. Now, when there's more money and people want to invest more into mortgage-backed securities, that'll cause interest rates to come down, and you'll see that these will go up. So this was a good sign that the rates were going up, and then they've come down. Now, you'll notice this looks like a big deal here, but last week we were at 6.9%. Now, with this coming down here and rates going up to 6.12 as the average for the last week, it's not that big of a deal here. Let me just see. This shows you what the 10-year treasuries are doing. So over here, 10-year treasuries just were all over the place. And then this is what happened on Friday. And then we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. Notice how tight this is right here. Notice how tight this is right through this whole thing here. We are in a very tight band, and it's very volatile, but the bottom line is we're still in the high fives. And for rates to come down, you're going to have to see, inflation come down. Now we're starting to see some inflation. We're starting to see more layoffs now than what we've seen. Now the market in the labor department is still tight, and there's just a shortage of workers for some jobs. However, you're seeing more companies that are laying off more people in the coming weeks. Now the other thing that's happening is that companies are cutting hours instead of laying people off, so people are not filing as much unemployment as they generally would, that we might see when we're seeing a recession. Are we still going to see a recession? Well, I don't know about you, but I think we're already in a recession. And very rarely do we know we're in a recession until we're starting to come out of a recession. So just because the news is saying we're not in recession, or we're coming in for a soft landing, or whatever that means, right? It still means that today we save money. We don't spend money. We pay off credit card debt. We don't go into debt unless we absolutely have to. But today is a great time to buy a house, because there are some people that are getting, to the point where they need to sell. Maybe they're getting transferred. There's a few more homes on the market. And so you might get into an interest rate today that's in the high fives. And in 6 months to a year, we might be lowering your rate with the refinance. We used to do no cost refinances back in the day. We might be able to see that kind of refinance coming in again. So if you find the right house, make an offer today and get pre-approved. If you haven't been approved, please, give me a call, or if you just want a second opinion, shoot me a DM or email me or text me or whatever, and I'm happy to talk to you. All right, have a great day. This is Mark Johnson. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.